It's different on that level. I mean, I'm sure even you would attest to like when you fought Tank, right?
Right.
That's a different
That
level.
for me, I was so weakened that like I didn't even care about what was going on.
Mm,
I don't care that it was big lights. I don't care about nothing. I was just
yeah,
like, let me get this over with. This is horrible. It was horrible.
yeah.
Yeah, and I'll go in depth about that fight too, if you want. But at the end of the day, I decided to pretty much deliberately take on and do all the wrong moves to do the right move, which was delivered to the fans.
Mm.
I wasn't thinking about myself in any way.
So when you say the
I
wrong
was
moves,
looking,
you talking like the rehydration clause and just doing whatever it took to make the
and
fight.
and they told me not to, and everybody told me not to, and everybody told me this, so I will take the blame. But they don't know the reasonings why I was doing it though.
Mm,
Everybody had me out there looking like a fool.
mm,
Oh, you could have done this. You've been saying this. You've been saying that. When it's them doing other moves that make me make the wrong move.
mm,
I never want to. Oh, I never want to make a misstep.
mm,
Or lie to my fans or anything. It's other people trying to take matters in their own hands by showing me something else and saying this is legit and making me swerve the other way.
mm,
So this time around, I was gonna let it happen. And Floyd was giving Tank all the tricks in the book. I didn't have nobody really giving me all those tricks in the book. All
mm,
I knew is I'm gonna make this fight happen. I'm gonna be a man of my word, and if I gotta go through hell and back to do it, I am.
mm,
And I did. And I lost physically, but I won spiritually. A very big moment happened in that fight. Coming out to the Ocean song and just moving people's hearts and showing people, look at when I lose, I say I love you, God.
mm,
When I lose, I say I still worship you.
mm, mm,
That's really the statement. And I had a lot of things that I had to clean up outside the ring at that moment.
mm,
I was living in a whole different mindset, and that was a very humbling experience, but not so much about the loss, just I got to see what I was lacking.
mm,
Oh, wow, I was lacking that. Oh, I wasn't on top of that. Oh, I wasn't moving the right way. Okay. You know, it's okay. But
mm,
again, if the rematch happens at 114, Abdul Gervonta Wahad, I don't know how to say his name now,
mm,
but
mm.
he will lose.
Really?
He will lose. Yeah. He will lose by me. Especially the trajectory I'm on now. All I have
Mm,
to do is stay focused, stay locked in, and continue on the path I am now. Yeah, it'd be hard for him to be like, all right, I'll fight him again.
mm,
Until that bank account runs low, that's the only way he'll do it.
mm,
And this time we're not gonna allow him to do that. The rehydration clause. We're coming back for everything.
mm.
Like when I'm coming back from that tank fight, I'm getting everything back in blood.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Everything's getting back in blood now. So ain't no
Damn. Hold up. This is a different Ryan Garcia. Hold
yeah,
up.
you had that was a whole different RG at that time. I was being very like,
Mm.
this is for y'all. Now it's my turn.
I
Now it's
was
my
gonna
turn.
ask you if you could do it all over again, would you
No,
do
I
it
do the exact same
differently?
way. Never.
Really?
I'll do it the exact same way.
Even if it be like I know you want to please the fans, right? Like I know you want to please the fans,
Right.
but if
I don't know.
presented
I just seen
again,
some. I don't know. That thing just helped me see so many. What if I beat him, right?
mm,
And the level of fame, I already blew up, more than him after that fight. And me beat him, knocking him out, in the fashion I usually knock people out. That would be next level. How ready and prepared and was my life in order to handle that? I don't think
mm,
so. You
mm-hmm,
know, now it's a much better place.
mm-hmm,
I'm ready to do it now. We will run it my next fight, and I'll go beat him.
mm, damn. I
That's how
heard
much
that.
improvements I've already made.
I
I
heard
mean,
that.
you already see the difference in Duarte.
Mm-hmm,
And that was
mm-hmm,
just a slight fight. And Duarte was actually strong as shit. He was a hard puncher.
mm,
Wasn't bad with technique. He had good technique.
mm-hmm,
I was just better. That's it. I
mm-hmm.
was just better.
Yeah,
But he was good. You could
yeah.
see he was good. You could see, okay, that's actually he flew under the radar, but he's good.
Mm-hmm,
He was one of those guys that flew under the radar. And I told him, look it, I beat you, dude, but I could see you becoming a champion and if you continue the path you're on.
mm-hmm.
Like I told him, I messaged him, don't let this discourage you. It's okay. I see something in you that I could see that you could be a champion.
Yeah, Yeah. Well, once you've been in a fight with once you've been in a fight like that, is it harder to come back to fights like that? Fights with a
No,
Duarte? No.
I love fighting.
Mm,
I love fighting.
hmm
So it doesn't really matter to me. I put that fight on non-pay-per-view by choice because I'm not stupid.
hmm
I don't run with ego. I just make the right moves. Right move is that fight didn't need to be on pay-per-view.
hmm
What? So I could show. No, it just doesn't make sense. One, the numbers aren't going to do that good, and two, you got to just know who's in front of you at the moment and what potential it has, and that's not the potential to make a big pay-per-view fight. It's simple.
hmm
Could maybe later down the line when he becomes bigger, it could be a big pay-per-view fight.
hmm
But in that moment, it wasn't,
Right.
and you gotta acknowledge that. Have
hmm
to.
Keep your fans
Otherwise,
happy. Otherwise, you lose them.
exactly. So
Right. Right. Right.
yeah.
So if you do run it back with Tank in the future, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm guessing you would probably approach the fight differently. I'm assuming because you had the rehydration clause and you were worried about
So my
that and
whole thing,
everything.
my whole
Did
thing is in the back room was the first time I ever said to myself, I'm gonna lose. Because when I hit the mitts, nothing was coming off right. I'm like,
wow, really?
nothing was coming off right. And I'm like, fuck. Like and nothing I could do could change it. And I was like, oh, okay. So this
Mm-hmm.
might be one of those days. I said, okay, let's do what we do. Let's go in there. If I see a shot, I'm gonna take it. And I cracked him in that second round. That dude was running and holding him for dear life before he dropped me.
Mm-hmm.
He looked at me and looked the most scared I ever seen a person in their eyes. He was genuinely worried that he was about to get knocked out when he got hit with that shot.
Wow.
He looks like sad Tank. Like, what is
Wow.
going on, Tank? You know what I mean? And he literally at one point looked at me and then ran to me and held me. He
Wow.
ran to me and held. Watch the fight. He goes like this, looks, acts like he's gonna do something, and then dives after me and grabs me.
Mm-hmm.
That show
Mm-hmm.
you I had him in a place at that point. He recovered myself. I didn't want to stop because I'm like, I don't got much rounds left in me. I'm weak.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sickly weak. Like not like a oh you're okay weak. Like no, your body's in danger weak.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm fighting with a separated rib. I'm, going through a lot of things. Even at that time, it was just not. I was so weakened, very
Did
weakened.
did that affect your game plan?
No, but it stopped my training. It did a lot of, and this dude running around acting like he really did something. I was beating his ass the whole camp. All of a sudden, I'm even more lower weight. I go in to take a little routine body shot that I usually always could, just bounce off of or,
Mm-hmm.
use my body as shield. My body wasn't holding up anymore. It was like literally the first round, the first 30 seconds of our last sparring.
Mm-hmm.
It was just, is he a good fighter? Yeah, that guy's a good fighter, but I was already beating him up. Like he
Right.
wasn't doing nothing. And then my
Mm-hmm.
rib just ended up going down. I said, pause, something happened. That was it. It wasn't he beat my ass and then dropped me to the body. No.
Mm-hmm.
He threw a routine body shot. I've gotten hit with harder body shots than that. And nothing happened. It just
Mm-hmm.
caught me at the wrong time, the wrong place, and it separated my rib. It's sparring, who cares?
Right.
And would I have fought through if it was a real fight? Probably. But I told him, pause, something happened to my rib. That was it. I was like, hold up, I can't really breathe right now. Something happened to my rib.
Mm-hmm.
When I go to get checked by the doctor, he said, oh, it's separated a little bit. It lowered, and then by just natural occurrence, it'll go up again.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't move. I was running with my ribs separated, and I was limping and running
Mm-hmm.
to lose the weight. People don't know. I'm crying because nobody understands the pain I'm feeling. You're like, oh, you got it. You got it. What do you mean I got it? I don't got it. That's the thing. I don't got it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I was going through severe pain and bro, I was crying all the time because I had to lose all that weight. It
Damn.
wasn't fun. That wasn't a fun moment in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I had
Mm-hmm.
to be eating so little and drinking. No, I was dehydrated the whole training camp.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had to start that cut long before the cut. It was cuts on top of cuts, and it was destroying my body. It destroying. Grant you, I was just panicking because like, how am I gonna make this weight? So maybe I didn't make the right moves, with the drinking the water, and I didn't know how much water I could drink. I'm like, oh, I couldn't figure anything out. I was in panic mode.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fuck, I gotta do this. I mean, I want to be open, man.
Yeah.
I really do. I want to be open about it because I think it's important for people to hear,
Mm-hmm.
It was so bad and depressive to me that I would drink. I would
Mm,
have alcohol in the camp, and I never do that,
mm,
but I would drink. A week before the fight, I had 3 beers. Why'd I have beers? Why did I do that?
right.
I was just hurt. I was trying to figure things out. I was trying to relax. Like, how am I making this weight? Like I'm dead. Like I'm I have a week left. Like I don't know what to do. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Then when I got to fight week, I was okay. Like then the energy started picking up and kind of helped me get through it. And God obviously was there with me and started moving with me. And then I was like, okay, I'm here. Like thank God I'm here.
Right.
And then God showed me to come out to the. I didn't decide to come out to the worship song till like I believe it was within the fight week.
Wow. That's
I
crazy.
was supposed to come out to Justin Bieber or Bad Bunny.
Mm,
They were gonna walk me out.
mm-hmm.
None of it played out. It didn't work out. I said, God, why is it not working out? He said, because I want you to come out with just me. I was
Mm,
like, what does that mean? And then I opened my TikTok and there's oceans there, and I was like, okay, I hear you. Like
mm-hmm.
I'm gonna come out to this song. Like, and that song's about trusting them in the most deep waters you could be like, no matter what, I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
trust you. So that
Mm-hmm.
was my whole concept of that. And to me, it played out perfect for me.
Yeah.
I learned
Yeah.
so much and gained so much experience. And what's funny is if you look at the follower counts after the fight, right? I
Mm-hmm.
jumped up over 1 million. Gervonta only jumped 200K, 300K. I
That's
gained more
crazy.
followers after the fight and I lost.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I know we don't compare follower counts. It ain't really that crazy, but it's significant enough to say it. Like that's interesting, right?
Well, there's a reason why that happened.
I think because people finally got to see my heart.
Mm-hmm.
They finally got to pay attention to what I'm really about. Like this is who I really am.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a guy that would do what he got to do.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm. So mentally, man, how was, I mean, obviously the weight cut sucked, right? Like I
bro, it
definitely
was
get
bad.
that, but just mentally,
My massage therapist had to calm me down
mm,
because I was crying profusely about it.
wow.
I would get hit in sparring and it would feel like I got hit by a brick. And they were not hard punchers, some of them.
Mm,
He's a
mm.
kid though. I like the kid though.
So when I think Tank did an interview, I think it was with one of my guys, and he started
Mhm.
saying, "Oh, I know he got hurt. I know he was hurt to the body." Like when you
Mhm.
started to hear these things being,
Who's leaking it? What the
right,
fuck?
right. Did that play on you? Like,
A little bit. I mean, it threw me off. I'm like, damn, okay. They're playing me. I probably guys at the gym just talking.
mm,
And, word gets around, but it's disappointing. I mean, God, people are so weird. Like
yeah,
they'll do anything for money. Some people.
yeah, yeah.
They'll do anything. And Floyd told me. Floyd told me, I mean, not to throw nobody on the bus, but he told me what they paid. So
Really, really.
mhm. Yeah, he paid for that information.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow. I
So,
mean, I guess that's possible. I guess anything in boxing's possible, bro. Honestly, you know what I mean?
right.
Like,
And I just think it was so. I mean, I just feel like I was disrespected a lot in that camp. Having kids around while I'm training and
mm,
not closing up the gym for me is just like crazy to me. Like what?
mm.
Like what the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah. Yeah. Does that make it
Letting them
hard for
watch me
you?
spar.
Does that make it hard
Yeah, I
for you to
mean, look,
trust people in boxing?
my my eyes are open.
Mhm.
I mean, I just have to be. Now I know. Now I know.
Yeah.
I'm a little gullible with my trust because I trust everybody until I can't trust you.
Mm,
So you always get the benefit of the doubt
mm-hmm,
in the beginning, and then after it's like, wow, you really taking my kindness for weakness, huh? Okay, now you really want to know who I am?
mm-hmm,
Okay, you'll find out. There's a switch there.
mm-hmm.
That one you don't want to hit though. That
Right.
one that one you don't want to hit. That's a different switch.
Mm-hmm,
Takes some time for me to get there, but once I'm there, just run. I tell you, just run. it ain't gonna end up fun for you.
Mm.
So yeah,
You know, everything happens for a reason, though. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like,
100%. Like
yeah.
I gotta train with Derek now, and it's been a beautiful experience. Derek is just such a he's like a father figure for real. He's like a father
Mm,
figure,
mm,
you know,
mm-hmm,
truly like a father figure. You know,
mm-hmm. Yeah.
calls me little brother, so I guess big bro, but I would say more of a father figure to me.
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm. Yeah. That's good, man. I mean, like I said, everything happens for a reason, and you know, it sucks to go through some of the stuff that you
right,
go through,
right,
but
right,
if you come out better on the other side, right? Like, I think that's the only thing that matters. And
right. Of course. I mean, to other people, like oh, like don't feel bad. It's one, like I don't need pity from people.
right.
Don't feel bad. I'm okay. Like I'm okay. Trust me.
We know you okay with that check you got. So
Right, right. No, I can do whatever I want anytime I want. You know.
right, right, right.
Don't. Hey, trust me. I'm not stressing, brother.
Yeah.
Things are good. Thank
But
God. God damn.